So, 1948 F1. I don't think we've ever shown this truck on the channel, but this is a customer build we've been working on for a little under a year now, I think.
It's going pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah, I think we got it the end of last summer, so it's probably coming up on a year, which fits in the timeline. But we got a 1948 Ford F1 sitting on a Ranger chassis with twin I-beam.
Twin I-beam.
Twin I-beam suspension. It has a 5.0 in it out of an F-150 that's kind of been modified into, it's basically a Fox Body engine. I mean, they're all the same. It's got the truck manifold, but big cam, different headers, all the goodies. It is running a Holly setup on it, so it's full standalone. It doesn't really have a good tune on it, but and then for the transmission, it's an F-250 transmission. That's Hudson's Rum. I don't know. It's I don't know.
He pieced it together.
Yeah, he pieced it together, but it's super busy up in this engine bay. We got our AC all dialed in. I've been working on wiring in the transmission controller, which is by US Shifts. So on the Instagram, I posted that we got the reverse lights all figured out. I got the shift linkage done. The brakes are all done. There's coolant in the system. I said the AC's charged, I think. Shout out to Old Air. They do all of our custom kits. Because you can buy kits, but everything we do is a little custom, so they give us extra hoses and fittings and stuff like that that we can modify and do however we want. I just finished wiring in the Fox Body alternator. Huge shout out to Mug Customs for donating that.
We should put their little handle and do the yay and the applause
audio.
Okay, yeah. Go watch his stuff.
Yeah, he saved me because we had this alternator. It's basically the same thing. We just didn't have the plugs for it, and he had one that was 3 months old. So, and I already had the harness on there. So I just wired that in, got that situated. I still got to zip tie up this. This is our signal wire key on.
There's kind of still a lot of room, but it does look.
It looks very
busy and complicated
compared to all the other trucks we do, the diesel trucks. This is.
So, I mean, like, that's 1, 2. It's not a whole lot.
It's a busy engine bay. It's a gas motor. You got a lot going on, but we try to do everything in a serviceable manner, so everything's still replaceable. You can get to it. It's a tight fit. And to be fair, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't think I've ever seen a four-wheel drive 40s F1. Everyone drops them on the ground. But this one, we kind of designed as if Ford was going to make it a highboy back in the day, which they never really did. I don't think they ever did. But
it looks sick.
Yeah, we got our wheels on there. These wheels are off the F-150. We had Venom Wheel mill us out some custom spacer adapters. So the rear spacers are actually bigger than the front. So we got our offset just dialed in. We got those installed this week. I was test fitting out the bench seat. The carpet's being made right now.
So sick.
Then we'll get our headliner and cards done. The interior will come together real quick. But we just have our underdash AC kit in there. It's just nice, kind of timeless look. We have our universal steering column. That is a Ranger pedal assembly right there. We have
your line locking.
Yeah, so we use a hydraulic line lock kind of as your parking brake if you need it. It's an automatic truck, you don't, but if he's loading something up with a trailer, he can hydraulically lock up those calipers, and I like that way better than doing some sort of drum brake setup, standard cable. I don't know, I like it better. It works for us. And then we already have our spec'd out speed hut gauges. They custom did those for us. Those are still in the works. Everything's wired in, but we're still dialing some things in on that.
Are we doing the signature Brown Bros dome light? up top?
This one, it depends. We'll talk with the upholstery guy. It depends what we're gonna do.
Headliner?
Yeah, it's getting the full liner and then cards here. And then I'm not really sold on what we're doing. If we're leaving the doors like this, but slicking them up, clear coating them, or if we're gonna paint them black and whatnot. But I got all of our lighting done, headlights. I got the low beams, high beams done. We got our turn signals. Got some.
Sweet.
This is original glass here, and we just kind of retrofitted some LEDs in there. It's just nice little touches that we try to do for these custom builds. Rear tails are all done. Yes, we got those. So super pumped on the lighting.
And then
I wish
what
I
do we do
can-
for the bed? I guess it's kind of dirty.
Yeah,
right
the
there.
bed's covered. You can see right here. We did our own bed.
Wood
It's-
slats.
Yeah, it's not
burned in.
100% done, but it's I think we went with a pine or an oak, or I'm not
Yeah.
really into the whole.
Burn them, beat them, stain them.
Yeah, we burned them and soaked them in oil, so better than just buying a basic bed kit. You got a custom bed, because we wanted him to be able to use the truck how it's intended to be used. And then we got our Hideaway reverse lights. Let me turn the key on.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah. So it's a nice little touches, because these things never came with reverse lights, and added them in there. So that's super nice.
And was this the second cab we ever sprayed poppies on?
Yes. Yeah. So it is super filthy right now, but this one was tough. I wanted to spray this on just because it's so
Fenders
old.
look good.
It has tons of pitting on it. So if I really wanted like the highest quality finish, I would basically keep spraying, and I would cut it down, wet sand it, spray it, cut it, spray it, cut it, to fill all of those deep spots. But this is, I think I did 4 coats. Basically sprayed, waited 15 minutes, sprayed again, let it sit for 24 hours, and then did 2 more coats on top of that. So it looks orange peely because of the pitting. But that's just, I mean, the truck's from 48. We didn't want to get rid of the color. I mean, you'd be 20, 30 grand into a paint job. This looks much cooler. And this truck has a lot of sentimental value to the owner. So we wanted to keep it in its original state, but make it comfortable and drive.
Honestly, it's hard to even find these with any color left. So,
Yeah. This truck was almost entirely just brown when we got it. So thankfully we were able to get some red out of it. Like I said, it's super dusty because it was in the other part of the shop. But yeah, that's that. I could try and start it up. I'm waiting. Blaine gave me a little exhaust piece because this truck needs to get full exhaust. It's just open headed now. But I need to extend this out a little bit so we can stick our wideband in there, because we're not running the wideband right now. And that'll help us tune it. But I can see if it'll fire up, so you guys can at least hear a little bit of it. It is on a not good tune at all, but it should go.
Oh, you're definitely peeking at the bikes, but that sounds so sick.
Yeah, this tune is for
Oh my gosh.
a boosted truck, so it's like dumping fuel in there. It's not tuned for the cam that's in it. It's just enough to get it to run, so we know everything's right. But
Yeah,
as soon as I can get
sweet.
that wideband on there, then we can
Mellow it out a little bit.
dial in the tune so it actually runs and idles correctly. Because like as soon as I turn the AC on, it just wants to die. So we'll get that figured out. But figured I'd just give you guys a little bit of insight on the 48 F1 named Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Yeah, she needs a little bit of attention on the interwebs because it's a super cool truck and we haven't posted a ton about it. But now it's getting to the point where we can start to introduce it, and I don't know, some of you guys might like this sort of truck, and I'd say in the next video we can talk about the Celica because we got the Celica running perfect today. That has been the biggest nightmare for the past couple months. 2JZ swapped 76, I think, Toyota Celica GT. It's one of 7 in the world, at least on the registry. So that'll be in the next video, unless the Canada video goes out before that, but whatever. Anyways,
love it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Let us know if you want to see more about this truck. And if you do, we'll make some more videos. If not, I'll never show it again.